Bam! Richard Branson. Losing my virginity. Hey, if you guys don't know who Richard Branson is, this is the guy who founded Virgin Airways, Virgin Records, a whole bunch of other Virgin stuff. The dude's a billionaire. Billion with a B for balling. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not big on money, but what I'm more fascinated, this is his autobiography, Losing My Virginity, Richard Branson, international bestseller, so you should read it. And the thing that I love about this book, I mean, how many pages is this? It is, it's almost 600 pages, like 567. But it feels like it's 2 pages because his life story is incredible. I mean, from the age of like 14, he starts his own newspaper. First of all, let me say this. Here's what I really love about the book and Richard Branson is that everything that he did out of love. It was like out of passion. Like he started a newspaper because he felt like the newspapers that were out for college kids they were awful, they sucked. And so he started one up just based on that, and he actually called every day and got ads for the newspaper to keep it going for a few years. And then he did that when he was like 14 or 15. And then at like 18, he starts a hotline for people who have questions about pregnancy, STDs, any health issues, because he recognized that there was a need for it and there wasn't a place for young people to go to or to call if they had any health-related or sex-related issues. But he wasn't making any money off of those. Really, it was just out of pure, like, I care about this, I want to do this, and whatever happens, happens. It was just it was strictly out of love, and out of, I mean, the dude had hustle every day. One of the cool things that he did is that, what did he say? He makes a list every day of things he needs to do, people he needs to call, and he calls those people every day. Every day he keeps it on a little piece of paper. Me, I use, there's an app called Evernote, and in Evernote you can keep notes, you can take pictures of stuff, put it in your Evernote, you can record audio, video. It's a really great app. It's like one of the top 10 apps of forever or something like that, right? So I use that, and what I do is I keep a list of things and people and pictures that I want to do. So my list is up to like 60 or something like that. And then whenever I go, I feel bored. No, I'm not bored. Because I got 60 things. I could check one of those things off, or take a step towards, take an action step towards any one of those. So let's talk about the book. Once again, like, here are just some of my notes, right? So let's read what I wrote. What do I have? One thing about Richard Branson, he's a maverick, right? He does things out of curiosity. He's not about doing things the way they've been done. His motto has always been to do whatever is fun and creative, whatever excites him. So a lot of you out there working for money, that's not the way to go. This dude's a billionaire chasing fun. Now, I will say this, his parents weren't necessarily like broke when he was a kid, right? Like he came from just like a little bit of money, but the thing that money like helps get you started, but money doesn't keep you there, right? Money is not the thing that people lose money all the time. There are a lot of people born into money and they lose it. There are a lot of people who make a lot of money and they lose it. You know, athletes, rappers, they lose it all the time. So for this guy to take the few hundreds or a couple thousand that his parents had and make it into billions, that's strictly based off hustle and having fun and having a vision, most importantly. One of the things he talks about is that he would always leverage his money. You know, and what I mean by that is sometimes people get their paycheck and they immediately spend it, whether they spend it on clothes or food or going out for drinks. And when you leverage your money, what you're saying is you're reinvesting some of that money into a future project, right? So his model has always been to grow and expand. Even when money was tight, he would just keep investing. If that meant that he had to wear the same thing every day, he would often go into a bank with barefoot, with jeans and a T-shirt, and ask for millions of dollars, in terms for a loan for the company and stuff. And one of the things I really love about this book is like you go, oh man, the man's a billionaire, whatever. There were many times where the company was facing bankruptcy, where he was going to lose everything, like everything. You know how like Donald Trump went broke. I forgot like how many uh, millions or billions of dollars that he lost, and then he had to build himself back up. Richard Branson, like we think about these billionaires and we go, oh, they had it great, but even when the companies were successful, it was still very stressful in terms of they could lose it at any moment. Why? Because he kept leveraging. And when you're trying to grow and expand, you can't get scared. You can't hold back when things get tough. You have to believe in the future vision that you're trying to create and keep your eye on the big picture. And that's one of the main things he emphasizes is just keep growing and expanding and have different systems. He had like 5 different companies. And so when one company went down, like I think he lost Virgin Records, right? And it was between Virgin Records and Virgin Airways, and he had to pick one. And so he lost Virgin Records so that he could keep Virgin Airways. Now, if he didn't have, Virgin Records, he would have lost Virgin Airways. So my point is that if you have a day job, have a side hustle, have 2, 3 side hustles or things that you're trying to do. My girlfriend just walked in. That's fine. Because this is real, people. This ain't an ABC production. This is real life. You might see people walking by. Let me tell you real quickly about first. Another point is it's a quick read. It's 600 pages, but it's a quick read. Fascinating. The guy went through a wife or 2, cheated, did some crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, when we talk about business, this man knew all about it. It was really about just taking chances. His parents raised him like that. His mom actually sent him off into the woods when he was a kid, dropped him off, and then made him find his way back. That's crazy. I know. But that's what she did. And that's the kind of thing that builds autonomy, because I feel like today we protect our kids too much. We just got to send them out into the woods and see if they make it back. I love that concept. What else did I want to tell you about the book? I got some things highlighted. Court case. He says another thing that I thought was very great is that he says one of the things that made him successful was the fact that he was naive. Like he really didn't know the amount of work it would take to start an airlines, to start a record company, to start the hotline. But it was because it was out of mostly passion and the thought that this would be fun that he did it. And had he known how much work it would have taken, he would have never have done it. But that was the beauty of his genius, is that he didn't know. He was just like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. An airline, sure, why not? What's the worst that could go wrong? A lot. People could die. I know. But the point is that if you're naive, embrace it. Embrace it. Just go with it. You don't need to be unnaive. I don't even know if unnaive is a word. Last thing I want to say about Richard Branson is that he's very shy. And I don't know if you've seen Richard Branson in interviews, but he's always like scooping up celebrity model girls, and he did the hot air balloon ride like 2 or 3 times around the world, which he almost died. Almost died. He did it just to promote his businesses. The dude is crazy. Like he almost lost his. I mean, he's married with kids, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to try hot air ballooning across the ocean to promote the business. So that's another example of like he could have held back and saved the money, but he's like, nah, man, we're going to go big or go home. Go big or go home. You understand what I'm saying? When I say go big, I don't mean like put on 100 pounds. I'm talking about like, be bold. You know what I'm talking about. But the point is that he's a very shy person. If you watch him in interviews, he looks very like almost sheepish and nervous and very fidgety. But he embraces that, and he's not eloquent because he had a stuttering problem when he was young. So the point is that you don't have to be this extroverted social person to become successful. Just embrace who you are and go with that. Follow your strengths, people. See you guys tomorrow. Richard Branson, Losing My Virginity. I didn't mean to stick my middle finger up at you. I apologize for that one. You got to get this book, international bestseller. Leo Flowers. See you guys tomorrow.